give it up. It's Lidia!
Hello, everybody. Are you having a good time? Yay! Good, because I'm here to talk about my childhood, so. My name is Lidia Infante. I'm from Barcelona, and my parents didn't love me because I was very, very annoying. And I know when you think about parents loving you, you think about like the cold British indifference, the stiff upper lip, emotionally stunted fathers. But I got none of that. I have heard though that if you do really well, your dad's gonna give you like a grunt and a nod. That must feel fantastic. So I think I got annoying when I was around 4 years old. My parents started sending me to every extracurricular under the sun. You name it, I've done it. It's fencing, horse riding, ballet, claquet, the violin, the piano, art class, photography, honestly, fucking everything. And not being home much actually taught me some valuable life skills. I have a black belt in karate. I'm really good at photography, and I know how to roll a joint. One day I was walking down the Ramblas in Barcelona, and I must have been looking a little pale because someone mistook me for a British tourist. And I had this guy's hand inside my purse. And I went like, ha! Karate chopped the guy, took a really good selfie, and offered him a perfectly rolled joint. And that's how I knew I was ready to move to Manchester. Being my parents' least favorite and only child has left a hole in my heart that I had to fill with like creative ways. So I started dating Spanish men, like a lot. And they are fucking horrible. Never in the history of the world has a Spanish man made a restaurant booking. Never. They all live with their parents well into their 30s, and when you question that, they go like, hey, well, they do the laundry for you. Why do you want me to move out? I don't know. Have aspirations, man. Anyway, despite all of the red flags, I would take them home because I have a hole to fill. In my heart. Gee, get your minds out of the gutter, guys. So after many Spanish men, I thought, they must be the problem, not me. And if nationality is the problem, then maybe it can be the solution. And I started my own little research project, which I titled, Around the World in 80 Lays. I kept a little map next to my bed. This is real. And I would cross out, I know, I do it for the material, but I would cross out every time that I had sex with a guy from a new country. I would cross out the country. And I was so excited when I did Finland, I made all of Europe Finnish. And single people, listen up, because this information is gold. I have figured out who the worst lovers in the world are. It's the French. I've only done it once, but it's put me off them forever. They have incredibly good PR. The land of love, the language is so romantic, we go Paris, that's all bullshit. So, when I had sex with a Frenchman, it was this water polo player, and he looked like a water polo player. I don't know if you know much about water polo. It's a team sport where they're like throwing balls around in the water. But after I was done, I thought, this guy needs to play with his balls alone. So I figured who my favorite lovers are. It's the British. Where are you from? There is a very big difference between the British and the Spanish in bed, okay? The Spanish will always, always go down on you. But for the British, it's more of a girlfriend thing, you know? So if your man starts traveling down south, you know he's ready for a commitment. And I only moved here like 2 years ago, so I'm not very good with accents yet. Like if you speak to me, I'm not gonna know if you're from London, from the south, from Manchester, from Liverpool, anywhere. But if I see your dick, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I love Nottingham. And I know that the UK is big, right? Like, I'm not just generalizing. I have been very thorough with my research. I have fucked the English. I have fucked the Welsh. And actually, the Welsh are kind of very grateful to be there, kind of terrified of never seeing a naked woman again. But it gets a little odd when they start asking you to go bleh in bed. There is something that I call the Scottish surprise, okay? Like, the Scots are my favorite lovers in the whole world. When you take a Scotsman home and you take his clothes off, he's either gonna have a six-pack or a really big dick. And I love the Scottish so much that I married one. Hey, babe, you having a good time? Yeah. We met on Bumble, and when I read on his bio that he was a Scottish software engineer, I was like, this man's not gonna have abs. This has been me. I hope you're having a good time, and remember, don't fuck the French.
Lidia!